Rescue stories about residents and first responders continue to come into our newsroom after parts of Hamilton County were submerged under historic flash flooding. Thanks for joining us. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Joshua. We're seeing these stories on social media after Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly says first responders rescued more than 30 people as they worked around the clock on Tuesday night. Some of the new images coming in from the Chattanooga Police Department. Video of one officer carrying a woman to safety on I-24 made national news.
Other responses to calls for help cost CPD 2 of their vehicles, like these pictures of a police sergeant helping a woman to higher ground. Tonight, we're hearing from that woman who says the officer did not stop helping until she was in a safe place.
News Channel 9's Lily Butler has that story.
Over this wall and along this section of I-24 is the path Yvette Hughes says she took after she stranded her car on the interstate. Once she got here, she says one Chattanooga police officer helped her up this hill to safety.
I was terrified. Yeah, I got to where I was like scared for my life.
Yvette Hughes was headed home from work when the interstate filled with floodwaters.
Here you go, rushing waters. Yeah, all of a sudden we're floating.
The Chattanooga Police Department shared this video of officers helping people off the interstate as waters rose.
Then I started seeing other people getting out of their cars, and a guy stopped by my car. He said, "You need to get to higher land. You need to get to higher land right now."
Something CPD Chief John Chambers says is just part of the job.
We're not swiftwater rescue experts, but we understand that we have to act quickly, and sometimes that means putting yourselves at risk.
In this picture, you can see an officer leading Hughes to safety.
An officer came down that hill and helped me get up to the overpass. He helped me climb up. He carried my bags, and he pulled me all the way up.
Chambers says CPD is still assessing the damage of 2 of their patrol cars.
And really what that's a sign of is that we understand that we're going to prioritize life over property, period, right?
Hughes says she had the same priorities as she abandoned her own car. But when she went back later that night,
when I spotted it, I'm like, oh, that's my car right there. That's it. So my husband jumped over that wall and he went and got it for us.
She breathed a sigh of relief as she says this car had sentimental value.
The 7 women that was killed in the West Side, my daughter was murdered out there, and that was the vehicle that was left behind from her. That was her vehicle.
In Chattanooga, Lily Butler, News Channel 9.
The flooding and chaos of the storm claimed 4 lives. Authorities in East Ridge say a falling tree killed a mother, father, and their young child. It happened on South Moore Road in East Ridge. First responders pronounced all 3 dead where it happened. Elected officials say another man went missing during the storm after he ran past some fire department barricades. They say first responders later found his body downstream of where he went missing.
Look to your left. I'm gonna be down on the interstate. I'm gonna try to get these people out.
Congratulations. You're trying to get people out.
Huh?
Yeah, still down 24. There's a. They're on the ground too.
Oh,
I love you for doing that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Safely get over. Hey. Yes, can you try to get over? Okay. Yeah. I'm helping. Thanks. There you go. I was probably walking the grass. Okay, I guess you know where.
Baker had a divert on it.
Can we grab some stuff from you? Here, let me grab some stuff from you. How about that? Yeah? Anything else? Good? You good? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let me go check up on them.
T1, yeah, at all costs, shut down 24. There's a whirlpool with a car in it. Are you ready? We can do it all. Yep. Nice. Nice and easy. Should be good here. Oh, no problem. Yeah, go where to hang out now.
Jump in.
Yeah, so it started off like any normal kind of a rainy, dreary day, and when we got to about the 6 o'clock hour is when things started to become very obvious that this wasn't going to be a normal day. And I'll tell you, with first responders, just our lives in general, right? Just our normal daily thing. We don't really take things for granted, because whatever we hear on the radio about what's going on is generally not the reality when we get on scene. So we've kind of learned you expect the unexpected, so to speak, and you also learn to adapt. And we know what our role is. And as first responders, even law enforcement, right? We're not swiftwater rescue experts, but we understand that we have to act quickly. And sometimes that means putting yourselves at risk. And that's exactly what we did that day. I'm so proud of our officers for their willingness to get out there and ruin their own clothing and put themselves at risk with that water was really disgusting, on top of the fact that it was moving and getting deeper and deeper by the minute, and they put all that aside and they recognized that getting people to safety and to dry ground was the priority that day. Put themselves at risk and went out there to accomplish that, and they did a very good job of that.
And then I believe 2 patrol cars were lost in the process.
That's what was reported to me, that we had 2 of them, and it's my understanding that when the officers got to some of these locations that everything was fine and they left their cars and moved forward to help community members, but then by the time they got back, the cars were submerged as well.
And is that something you would say is sort of a fair trade? They're there to help people and they're saving people. Lost 2 patrol cars, but kind
Hang on
of.
a second for the answer to that. Let this pass.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll
Be in the background. Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Just kind of talk about that give and take there, and I guess just like how worth it or not that would be.
Yeah. It happens sometimes when our cars kind of get caught up in everything that's going on, and really what that's a sign of is that we understand that we're going to prioritize life over property, period, right? We're not going to frivolously destroy equipment or be irresponsible with something like that, because we understand that taxpayers they're who supply us with those vehicles. So we're going to do our due diligence. We also recognize that life is more important than a car. So, what they did, getting out there to get as close as they could to be able to act quickly and save lives, that was the important thing that day.